Hey everybody, Deplorable Bobby here. And I used to say this is the way I see it, but that was too much of a title. So I'm just Deplorable Bobby. I'm going to sit here and talk to myself until people pop in on the screen. And we got Battle Droid. Hey brother, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. We're going to just sit here for a couple of minutes, and we got DM, the greatest mod on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. Jervis, another great mod. Thank you. And I tell you what, I'm just going to pass a little time. There's Shonda. There's Rye Girl. Come on, people. It's looking great. I've got 2, 4, 6 in the chat. When I get to 10, I'll start my video. We're trying to keep this thing going. You know, this live stream means the world to me, since I don't do videos too much through the week, and I try to get all of my information out there on these live streams. And I want to thank Tony Patriot and Michelle at Forbidden Information and many others. Thank you, Dangerous Freedom, reporting to duty, my friend. God bless you. And I don't normally smoke on videos, but since we're just winding up, trying to get this thing going, we're going to take a little time. We're going to let some people get in here. Ancient Drummer, great to see you. And let's see, Rye Girl, Tony, I didn't see Tony Patriot. How are you, my friend? Glad you're here. We got some people coming in here, so I want to thank each and every one of you. And I want to thank my subscribers. And I want you to know that without my subscribers, I would have no channel. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to each and every one of you. I'm grateful to people like Jervis and DM and Tony Patriot, Dangerous Freedom. These people have been supporting me, and I'm truly grateful. Without them, my channel would not be what it is today. Granted, I'm still a small channel, and I've got a long way to go, and I'm trying to be as humble as I know how. But at the same time, I have information that I need to get out, and we're going to try to do that. I want to thank everyone for my PayPal donations. Dangerous Freedom, I want to call you out specifically and thank you for your kind patriotic donation to my PayPal account. It's greatly appreciated, my brother. I think I told you that earlier today when I talked to you on the phone. But I have to give you a shout out here. We've got Katrina Stafford, Florida Jim. Thank you, my brother, for being here. We've got Willman 757. Man, people are popping in, and that's great. You know, I appreciate all of you for being here. And I'm going to give a few shout outs. I'm trying to let people get in here before I give shout outs. So we're just going to talk about a few things and let some people get in here. You know, it's really funny the way things are happening in our government right now. We've got so much stuff going on between the Republicans and the Democrats. But we've got a lady in New York City, in Queens to be specific, and she wants to challenge AOC. And of course, everybody knows AOC is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Well, she's in the same district, and she's wanting to challenge this person. But I've got a couple of problems that I want to discuss with you about her. To those of you who might not know who Sherry Murray is, I want to introduce you to the woman who is going to defeat AOC in 2020 for her seat in Congress. This lady is a black woman from Jamaica, and she's more black than Ocasio-Cortez, so she's probably going to get a lot of votes. But Murray is the 4th Republican to file paperwork to run against AOC in New York. There's a New York Police Department officer running, there's a female reporter running, and there's a building superintendent running. Well, I guess that sort of tells you who's going to be in the lead, and that's going to be Cherie Murray. Since Murray's announcement, all eyes are on her, and all of us know it will be a hard battle for any Republican running in a district that is entirely blue. It's going to be really hard for her to defeat AOC. But Murray said there's a crisis in Queens, and it's called Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She isn't worried about us. She's worried about being famous. And I agree with that. According to Ashley, I believe, Ashley told me that AOC answered a casting call for her job. And I don't doubt that for 1 minute. But I'm going to tell you what a Republicrat is. And I want to thank Spirit Talker. Spirit Talker is the one that gave me that term. And this lady is a total Republicrat. And I'm going to show you just what I mean by that. I got to get my papers straightened out. You know, I do that every week. Murray is an immigrant from Jamaica. She came here at the age of 9, and she grew up in Queens. She's a businesswoman, and her experience in business and local Republican politics is a major plus for her. She's running on a platform to unite the fight. But she's only been a Republican for a short period of time. You know, it's regardless of the Republicans infighting over Trump's tweets. Murray's running on a campaign of unity, and her message is timed well and is being well received. Now here's the problem. She claims AOC chooses self-promotion. She's in conflict over constituents, and she's all about resistance rather than assistance. But get this, this woman who claims to be a Republican is a Republicrat. And the term Republicrat was named by Spirit Talker weeks and weeks ago. She is a true Republicrat. She's a demon rat in sheep's clothing. But yet she's in the lead to defeat AOC. It's not going to happen probably, and if she does, we're going to have more of the same. She is nothing but a Republicrat. There is nothing conservative about her. 12B Georgia. I want to say hello. Ski Man 21632. Glad to see you, my friend. Forbidden Information. George Washington. Man, I saw you on the chat a little while ago on another channel, and I was hoping you'd be here. Good to see you. Disabled Vets Perspective. I caught your live stream, and man, I support you 100%. Florida Jim. It's not buffering on my end, so I don't know what's happening, so y'all let me know. It may be my Wi-Fi, I don't know. Little Drummer Girl, Tony Patriot, Jervis, Dangerous Freedom, Shonda Graphics, 12B Georgia. I'm glad you're all here. And I'm going to try to go down this list, and I'm going to give everybody a shout out. Tony Patriot. See him every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Tony Patriot. Check him out. If you don't have him, grab him up. We've got DM and History B on Saturday nights at 9 p.m. If you haven't seen her, grab them up. They got a great channel with great content. History B is a history teacher, and DM has all the knowledge of everything else. So they bring a great video for you, and they do a good work. And you've got Jervis, another creator. Check him out. Dangerous Freedom also has content. Forbidden Information. Michelle at Forbidden Information and I are partners and friends, and we are on a quest. And we're on a quest to end abortion and we fight every day for the pro-life issues and for our preborn children. We love to know that we have people that are willing to stand up in the fight to defend our preborns. And Michelle at Forbidden Information and Steve Corson as well are great patriots who love our children and bring us all the information that we need to know about the abortion practices and the laws that are happening in our country today. So hang with us, because abortion is a terrible issue. I know that. People don't want to hear abortion issues. They really don't want to hear it. But it needs to be heard, and it has to be said. Somebody has to put it out there, and Michelle and I, as well as Stephen Corson, have took it upon ourselves by the grace of God to try to bring this information to you. I want to tell you about a meeting that a bunch of Democrat governors had last week, and they're up in arms, so to speak, and sounding the alarm that the increasingly far-left positions taken by the party with their 2020 hopefuls is dangerous. So the Democratic Party is saying they don't agree with all these 2020 hopefuls. They don't agree with Ocasio-Cortez, and they don't agree with a lot of stuff, because these people are radicals. And we've got a middle-of-the-road, old guard Democrat Party, and all they do is give us a headache. But these people are giving everybody a headache, and they're trying to cause the death of America. The governor's warning comes as the 2020 Demon Rat hopefuls fully embrace things like this: universal health care for all, decriminalization of illegal immigration, climate change. Let's talk about climate change for a minute. You know, the earth has went through climate change many times since the earth began. I don't venture to tell you I'm a scientist, and I don't know how many times, but we've had global freezing and we've had global warming. And it doesn't matter. It's a process that the earth goes through. It's growing pains, if you'll have it. But it has nothing to do with what we're doing to this earth. The earth has had many ice ages, and it's had many times of tropical periods. So let's don't let them feed us that crap, because they're trying to give you the new Green Deal, how they're going to make the earth well again. Well, I'm going to tell you, I don't think the earth is ill. I don't think the earth is sick. I think it's a simple fact that the earth goes through changes. No doubt, no doubt. We probably have had more effect on this earth than we should have. But when it comes right down to the bottom line, the earth is going to exist, with us or without us. And so it's going to go through changes, and we just have to deal with it and adapt. We don't need to start screaming climate change, and the world's going to end in 12 years if we don't stop cows from farting. Come on, that's where AOC went. She was so worried about global warming that she said cows need to stop farting. So what are we going to do? Kill all the cows and the pigs and stuff that we eat every day just so they don't fart? People, this woman's an idiot. She's been an idiot from the first time she answered the casting call to become a damn demon rat representative. They must have had some really in there for that casting call to get this woman. You know, I don't think that the demon rats understand that their position is not good policy, and it's not good politics. I think the far left is really scaring some of the middle-of-the-road moderate demon rats, if there is such a thing as a moderate, middle-of-the-road demon rat. I don't know. Every demon rat I've ever met was a radical son of a gun, and they were as far left as you can possibly go. But let's hope that we have some moderate Democrats. And if they're moderate, I will call them Democrats. But if they're going to stay on the far left and preach socialism and the downfall of America and anti-Semitism, I'm not going to deal with those people. The Dems are pushing for free health care for all. And you know, that would end private insurance completely. And do you know how many people are employed by insurance companies? Do you know how many people are insured by insurance companies? And you're going to give up something you've paid your good hard-earned money for, that you're happy with, for some kind of garbage given to you by the demon rats. These progressives don't care about you or your health care. Jerry Coat, glad to see you, brother. Dirty, rotten imbecile, 69. Glad to see you. Little drummer girl, good to see you here. Katrina Stafford again. Spirit Talker, I'm grateful for Spirit Talker. He's sitting not too far away from me, making sure I don't screw up too bad on anything and to help keep the chat going. But, you know, we got to keep up the insanity of these Dems. They're going to keep it up. You're handling, we Republicans, more ammunition to use against you, and many voters are very uneasy about the Medicare for all system that you are preaching. There's a lot of Democrats, I guess they like to keep their money. So even they're fighting against your Medicare for all. The issues such as climate change leads the demon rats to sign on to AOC's Green New Deal. Just because people are worried about climate change, these old guard demon rats are jumping on the bandwagon with AOC. Now, she's only been there for 8 months. So why are these old guard Democrats jumping on her bandwagon and pushing her to the forefront? Something is not right in D.C. Just like I said a minute ago, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's biggest Green New Deal problem is cows farting. How are we going to stop the cows from farting? Hell, pigs fart too. So do horses. So do people. Everything farts. So what are we going to do? We're going to stop everything in the world from farting? Like farting is going to clean up our climate? It's not going to happen. She's a total imbecile. She's an idiot. They should have looked at somebody else when they did that casting call. Even creepy Uncle Pedophile Joe Biden tried to stand as a moderate on the issues, but was met with fierce resistance among the progressives. See, people, it's the progressives. We can thank Hillary Clinton for the progressives. She didn't start it, but she was instrumental in growing it and making it front news. So, when you hear the word progressive, put Hillary Clinton right here. And that's where it came from. Boston girl, so good to see you, my friend. I love you like a sister. It's good to see you. And Fred Knott, I'm glad you're here, brother. I'll tell you what, you guys are special to me, and I'm glad you're here. The Demon Rat Party is fractured, and the people who fractured it are the 4 horsewomen of the apocalypse. I called them the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse the other day, but I got to listening to what I'd said, and I realized that they're not horsemen, they're horsewomen. So the 4 horsewomen of the apocalypse: AOC, Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and Presley out of New Jersey. As it turns out, Trump isn't the only one who's upset with these freshman congresswomen. The rank and file old guards are upset as well. You see, these 4 demon rats from hell aren't just rocking the boats of the Republicans, they're rocking the boats of the old guard demon rat party. Chuck U. Schumer and Skeletor Pelosi. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to react. They've never been cornered before, for lack of a better term. These women are putting them in a corner. They're backing them up and putting their nose in their face. And these old guard demon rats don't know what to do. They act like, oh my God, this is not supposed to happen. But it is happening. And these 4 demon rats who have less than 8 months as congressmen or congresswomen, if you'll have it, are taking over the demon rat party and telling 30-year veterans to shut up and sit down, and they're doing it. I don't know if this is going to continue, because I think Skeletor Pelosi and Chuck U. Schumer and the rest of these demon rats are going to get fed up with it. But how are they going to stop the 4 horsewomen of the apocalypse? How are they going to stop them? Because they're never ending. The ongoing warfare between President Trump and these 4 demons from hell obliterates any talk that the old guard Dems are trying to push. The old guard Dems are trying to push, for some reason, and thank God, they're pushing democratic values. They're actually going moderate because these women are so far left. These women are so far left that the demon rat party is going center of left just to be not associated with these 4 demon rats. But by doing that, they're also opening the door for Republicans to push our issues, to get our points across. And if they're sure enough not going to vote with these 4 women of the apocalypse, well then they're going to have to side with us, or at least vote no contest. They're in a bad situation right now, and these 4 women of the apocalypse probably are doing us a big favor by running their mouth, because they're alienated the Democrat Party away from their issues. So what they're hoping for the extreme. They're looking to the far, far left to support them. And so far, they have a little support. But people, there's no way that freshman congresswomen can defeat the demon rats in our Congress and in our Senate. Consider this. These 4 congresswomen have been in Congress, just like I said, about 8 months, and they have absolutely no power. Yet, all we hear from the mainstream media is about these 4 demon rats, because they are pushing the far left progressive issues. Just like Hillary and all of her supporters. They're snowflakes, the social justice warriors. People, it never ends. Flat Earth Forums, good to see you. Jerry Cody, I think I called you out. Conservative Patriot, I'm glad you're here. Jervis, as always, you're a great man. Anything that distracts the Dems on the bread and butter issues is a play into the hands of Trump. So these people don't understand that these 4 women of the apocalypse, all they're doing is playing into Trump's hands, because it's pissing off patriots. And it's even ticking off a lot of demon rats. So it's all playing into Trump's hands. You know, the Democrats defend these 4 horsewomen of the apocalypse, but President Trump is trashing them for hating America and for trying to lead the country down the path of destruction. And that's exactly what they're doing. You know, the word apocalypse means revealing. Well, the revealing that they're wanting to reveal to you is the downfall of America. And that's all they're about. They want to bring their social issues, and they want to bring, I don't know what's happening, somebody's revving a motor down the street. I hope it's not too loud. But AOC is calling for her Democratic colleagues like Omar to keep spewing her anti-Semitic hate. Do everything you can against the Republicans, and don't hesitate to run down the Democrats either, because they're going to be a brand new party. These four women are going to start their own demon rat party, and they're going to be the rulers of America. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Omar should be sent back to Somalia, where she came from. She came here as a child. She grew up in America. She took all that America had to offer. She went to college. She got education. And she ran for office. And because she ran in a Muslim district in Minnesota, she was elected. So now she runs the world. I don't think that's how it works, Omar. That's right, patriots. Omar should be deported. They need to send her butt, just like Trump said, right back to Somalia and let her try to make a difference there. Ocasio-Cortez, I think she's Puerto Rican. Send her to Puerto Rico. They don't want her there either. Nobody wants these women. Only the demon rats from hell support these women. And these are the people like Antifa. They're the people like Black Lives Matter. They're people that are jumping on every issue that is against American values and American patriotism. It's plain and simple. That's all these women are about. But I want to talk a little bit about abortion. It's my job, as well as Michelle at Forbidden Information, to bring you this information, no matter how bad or how gory or how sad it is, because it has to be told, and we have to be a voice for the voiceless. So I'm just going to bring you a little short story on abortion, because if I didn't, I would not be doing my job, and I would not be true to Michelle at Forbidden Information and our quest. So I'm going to bring you a little short story on abortion. The Michigan Catholic Conference is urging state residents to support a petition drive to initiate a ban on dismemberment abortions. I have done videos on dismemberment abortions, and every one of you are smart enough to know what dismemberment means. I'm not going to go into all the gory details of dismemberment abortions, just simply because we know what that means. All of us here tonight know what happens because we know that dismemberment abortion is a terrible act. Put simply, it means cutting off the arms and the legs and even the head of preborn children with scissors and forceps during an abortion. This baby's alive and they're tearing it apart limb by limb. This is the most heinous crime. This is the most sickening form of abortion that can be performed. The dismemberment abortion ban is conducted by the Michigan Values Life Group and supported by the Michigan Heartbeat Coalition. Thank God we have somebody in Michigan standing up for these children. This ban would make it a felony for anyone performing a dilation and evacuation abortion, as well as partial birth abortions. So that's what they call it. It's a dismemberment abortion to us pro-lifers, but to them, it's a dilation and evacuation abortion. They make it sound so medical and so easy and nothing angry or bad about it. But D&E abortions are typically done in the second trimester and involves the dismemberment of unborn children who I believe can feel the pain as they are being literally torn apart limb from limb. People, this is evil. It's wrong. It's demonic. How could anyone do this to a preborn child? I just don't get it. You know, I've had dogs that have had puppies and horses that have had foals. And I've had animals die as babies. But you know, that's an animal. You deal with it and get over it. But a preborn baby, tearing it apart limb from limb, is nothing but murder. And Michelle will agree with me. I guarantee you that. Michigan law prohibits all abortion. But this law is not enforced due to the terrible R.V. Wade law and the decision in 1973 by the Supreme Court that allowed abortions. So we're going back to 1973 again. People, R.V. Wade needs to be overturned. I don't know if I'll ever see it in my lifetime. I pray we do. This is the most evil, this is the most corrupt law we've ever had. Anyone who agrees with killing a preborn baby in the second and third trimester is a murderer. Even if you don't have your hands involved, if you support this, you are supporting murder. How, as Americans, can we allow this in our nation? How can we allow these babies to be murdered when we allow illegal aliens to cross our border every day by the thousands, and we say nothing about it? We don't send them back. We don't do anything but welcome them across the border. The demon rats give them the paperwork to vote, and now they have voters. And that's what abortion is all about. Abortion is about the simple fact that these babies take too long to grow up to vote. So let's get rid of those babies and let's make room for some illegal immigrants that are of age. And if they're not of age, they will be in a short period of time. Shonda Graphics, I'm glad to see you. Conservative Patriot. Little Drummer Girl. Tony Patriot again. The Great Dirtbag. DJT, 2Q2Q. Glad to see you, my friend. Little Dirty Rotten Imbecile 69. I'm glad you're here. But you know, I'm hoping the Supreme Court over time will hear these issues. I'm hoping they're not going to send them back to the lower courts like they've done time and time and time again. They refuse to hear these abortion cases, and they send them back to the lower court, who has already sided with the demon rats on the whole issue. That's why it went to the Supreme Court. We expect the Supreme Court to give us a decision. That's why they're there. They're there for life. They're supposed to make the hard decision on the hard cases, and that be law. Well, let them make a decision one way or the other. I care about what the decision is, but at least make a decision. Stop sending everything back to the lower courts and letting it stand. Because everything that pro-lifers and conservative Americans try to put in law, it is taken to court. There's a court case filed by the ACLU and Planned Parenthood and any other organization that can get in there against us to stop us from protecting our children. Michelle, I know you stand with me on this. But you know, if you're taken to dependency court, I'd never heard that term before today. Dependency court. If you are taken to dependency court, the result might be that your child being removed from your home and placed in foster care. And the reason for this, people, you're not going to believe it. They're threatening to take children out of homes and place them in foster care. And imagine this. The Wyoming Valley West School District in Pennsylvania warned parents their children can be removed from their homes and placed in foster care if their overdue lunch bills are not paid. Now, do you believe that? Do you see how far these demon rats are jumping into your life? You haven't paid your child's lunch bill, so they're going to take them into foster care. What kind of crazy crap is that? About 1,000 students' accounts owe a total. It's a lot of money, people. They do owe a lot of money. $20,000 to the school district. But does that mean that they can take your child and put them in foster care? I don't think so. The notice letter from the school district read like this. Your child has been sent to school every day without money for breakfast or lunch. This is a failure to provide your child with proper nutrition, and you can be sent to dependency court for neglecting your child's right to food. So by you not giving your child money to go to school and eat lunch, you're neglecting your child's right to eat. If you are taken to dependency court, the result might be your child being removed from your home and placed in foster care. Please remit payments for their lunches as soon as possible to avoid being reported to the proper authorities. Now, this is what the school district said. Well, here's what the school board said. The school board said, I know this is their crazy idea. And as the county child and welfare director said, a letter was sent to the superintendent demanding that she do a retraction. People, you can't send letters home with your children from school threatening to throw your child in foster care. Specifically, children don't need to be reading those letters, and you know we all did. Whenever we got a letter sent home from school, we all read them before we gave them to our parents. A lot of us probably threw them away if they were bad. But here we are. And these children are being sent home with letters telling their parents that they're going to take them out of their home because they didn't pay their lunch bill. That's just showing you how stupid and crazy these people really are. They don't care about the normal thing, and they don't care about the rule of law. They want to scare you. We're going to take away your children because you didn't pay their lunch bill. So what? When I went to school, my mama gave me money every day for lunch and an extra milk. But I'm going to tell you, there was people there that didn't pay a dime, and they never had to pay a dime, and they still don't have to pay a dime because you have institutions and people that are paying for these kids' food. If you can't afford to feed your kid at school, then you can't afford to feed your kid at school. Granted, a lot of these people are probably trying to get a free meal, and they should be called on it, but not by threatening to take your child away out of your home and put them in foster care because you owe a lunch bill. This is total idiocy. If you got a problem, take them to court. Leave the children out of it. The children have done nothing wrong. As a matter of fact, the children are the one who are missing meals. So why don't you leave the kids alone, deal with the parents, and leave the kids out of it? We're going to talk a little bit, pardon me for a second, we're going to talk a little bit about Puerto Rico. And there's a lot of stuff going on in Puerto Rico right now. Fred Knott, DM, Jervis, we still got Katja Golden, good to see you here. Rena Thomas, good to see you. Tam J, The Great Dirtbag, BWYA Adventures, I'm glad you're here. Tony Patriot, Patty, so good to see you. P. Hafner, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Ashley, and Ashley's a great mod. She's a great person, just like Jervis and DM, and I've made Rena Thomas and a whole lot of other people like Tony Patriot my mods. They deserve to be mods because I'm going to tell you, Fred Knott, you're fixing to be a mod here in just a minute. But I'm grateful to y'all, and I thank you for keeping this chat going while I'm trying to read this stuff. But the Puerto Rican government and the government, Ricardo Rossello, His official residence remains under siege today as hundreds of thousands of protesters have gathered this week. Puerto Rico and their people are calling for Rosselli's resignation after a leaked online chat shows him insulting women, political opponents, and mocking victims of Hurricane Maria. People, this is the governor of Puerto Rico, and he's downing the victims of a hurricane. And amid the public outcry, the media-friendly governor has avoided public appearances as much as possible. I mean, how can you go online or how can you go on TV and run down people as a people? You just can't do it. Protests are also organized across the island, and the focus is on Monday when most of the people will be in the streets. Multiple U.S. politicians are calling for Rosselli to step down, and they're siding with the protesters. Well, one of the reasons they're siding with the protesters is Rosselli has been talking pretty bad about some of our demon rat politicians. Rosselli has asked for forgiveness several times for the Puerto Rican people for his private comments, but it won't work. The Puerto Rican people are ticked off, and they're not going to listen to this man because he has crossed the line, and they're done with him. Just like we're going to be done with the demon rats pretty soon. We're about fed up, and we're about to do away with them. Puerto Rico, is as far as I know, it's part of America. It's a territory or whatever you want to call it. But the Puerto Rican Center for Investigative Journalism published 900 pages of private messages between Rosselli, the governor, and other government officials. 900 pages. This sounds like something like Hillary Clinton. I mean, how many pages did she have on her server? But in just one message, out of all of these 900 pages, he calls a New York female politician of Puerto Rican descent a whore. And he described another one as the daughter of a female dog, as well as vulgar comments about Ricky Martin's homosexuality. Well, I don't care about Ricky Martin's homosexuality, but he was calling out Ocasio-Cortez. She's of Puerto Rican descent, and they didn't like it. So I went, just wondering if the New York female politician he was referring to was AOC. I'm just saying. How many female politicians out of New York City do we have that are Puerto Rican? And people, I want you to know, I've went through hours and hours trying to come up with something for this video tonight. And this week, since Thursday, has been like a desert for information. There hasn't been a whole lot out there. I've still got 17 minutes to go. And I don't know if I can cover that 17 minutes alone. So what we're going to do for the next few minutes is we're going to do a little networking. I'm going to call out some channels. And I want y'all to network. I want you to hit the bell icons on these channels. So we're going to talk about Rena Thomas. We're going to talk about Shonda Graphics. We're going to talk about Jervis, the great dirtbag. DM, all of you that are in here on the chat, 12B Georgia. Let's see, Dirtbag said there's 34 in the chat. That's wonderful. I'd be happy with 10 people in the chat. 34 is phenomenal. Dangerous Freedom's here. The Huntress, Kimmy, and Clodhoppers. I'm glad you're here. I haven't seen you here before. Again, forbidden information. Tony Patriot, he's right. Subscribe to Fred Knott. Fred Knott's a great guy. Chandra Graphics, Ashley's, BWYA Adventures, Tony Patriot. Fred Knott's reaching 900. We need to get him over 1,000. We need to get him to grow. We need to help him and push him over that 1,000 mark. We need to Look at, who is this? Ski Man 12632. Man, I'm telling you what, I'm glad you're here. I haven't seen you before. Jerry Coat, this will come to a head when the White Hats are winning. These people are sick and tired of winning. Yeah, but we're not. We're not tired of winning. We're going to keep right on winning. You're right, Dangerous Freedom. DM, thank you for posting Dangerous Freedom up there. The great dirtbag. If the governor gets removed, they will elect another socialist governor. And you're exactly right. Jason, you're exactly right. That's just the way it is. Fred not. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys have noticed that I've made some of y'all mods. And I appreciate you doing your job. DM, Ashley, they are some of the best patriots on YouTube, and they are fantastic mods, as well as Jervis and many others. So I've made a few people mods. Let's let them figure out how mods operate and what they're supposed to do, and they're working this channel. Sue Eason, I'm glad to see you. Lindsay B, hello everyone. I've been looking for a guy by the name of Joe B. If any of y'all see him in here, let me know. Philip Turner, good to see you. I met this guy today. He was a young guy. He was in his early 20s. And I was at the store getting cigarettes, and he was standing there, and I was talking to the girl behind the counter that I talk to all the time, who knows I've got a YouTube channel and knows that I'm a patriot. And I asked him, I says, young man, I said, who would you vote for today if the election was today? Would you vote Demon Rat or would you vote Republican? Linda Carter, good to see you. Tam J, you're still here. I'm glad you're here. And I asked him, I said, who would you vote for? He says, and he sort of stumbled around. He said, I guess a Democrat. And I said, why? I said, why would you vote for a Democrat? He had absolutely no answer. Now this guy is a voting age, and he's going to vote, but he has absolutely no idea who he's going to vote for. He says Demon Rat. Don't ask me why, I don't know. But he said he was going to vote Demon Rat. And then I gave him a few of the topics. I asked him to come look at my channel and then tell me he's still a Demon Rat. I asked him to be here tonight. He did look at my videos, a couple anyway. I don't know if I scared him off or not. But I'm going to tell you right now, I challenge any Democrat. If you happen to come across this channel, if you happen to see my face, I promise you this. I will give you a venue to debate me anytime, anywhere, at your convenience on the issues. I will debate any Democrat anytime. I'm not worried about Democrats because they have no leg to stand on, and I'm willing to meet you anywhere. On your channel, my channel, somebody else's channel. I'll meet you in the middle of the road, Democrat. So if you're here, if you see this, if you just accidentally happen on Deplorable Bobby, which I doubt you will unless you're going to troll me, I'm challenging you right now. Meet me somewhere. Let's talk about the issues. Let's have a debate on abortion. Let's have a debate on our political system and what the demon rats are trying to destroy in this country. Let's debate on the border. Let's debate on all the issues. Lindsay B, glad to see you. I haven't seen you in here before. Of course, I don't get to look at the chat all the time. And I'm going to screw this up. It's Tanashika. I'm glad you're here. I'm terrible with names. So if I screw your name up, don't get mad at me. But I'm grateful you're all here. And I'm coming up on 10 minutes. So I'm not going to just go crazy and run off at the mouth. There's a couple of things I want to talk about before I go. And you know, that's a simple fact. That we need to support all of our Patriot channels. We've been doing a really good job with the Patriot family. And as I can see on the chat, Becky Taylor, good to see you. I've seen you before, but not in a while. and I'm glad you're here. So we need, as a family, Tony Patriot named this family of patriots quite a few months ago, and he called us the Patriot family. And that's what we were on his channel, but now this Patriot family has grown to Forbidden Information, Deplorable Bobby, Disabled Vet's Perspective, Knight's Armory, American Joe Show. It's spreading across DM and Ashley, Jervis. It's spreading all across YouTube. The Patriot family is somebody that you can count on. They'll always be there to support you. And I can prove that by looking at my chat. And everybody here, I'm grateful to you for being here, because without you, I would have no channel at all. Becky Taylor says, "Could see you. I was ill. She's better, and I'm back now. Love you, Bobby." Becky, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were ill. I'm glad you're feeling better, and I'm really glad you're here. Ashley said to pray for Portland, Oregon. Antifa is terrorizing innocent people for the left, and all politicians who support Antifa should be arrested. Yes, Ashley, absolutely, Ashley. They should all be arrested. Not only for supporting Antifa, but for doing nothing about Antifa. Lindsay B., I love your smiles. Keep them coming. Spirit Talker, he's throwing stuff in for me. He's a great guy. Y'all need to check him out. Dangerous Freedom, you're right. No trolls allowed. But then again, if you want to troll me, come right on in, because I've got some great mods, and as long as you're respectful, you will not be removed from this chat. As long as you're respectful to my mods and to the people on my chat and to me. And I require that you be kind and respectful to everybody. If you're not, you'll be given a warning. And I have DM, and I have Ashley, and I have Spirit Talker, Dangerous Freedom, Tony Patriot, Jervis, Forbidden Information. They're going to kick you off of here. So as long as you come and you're respectful, you can say anything that you want to say. But be respectful. I'm not going to deny a demon rat a place to talk. But you better be respectful, or you'll be removed. It's that simple. There will be no timeouts. You'll be removed. You'll have one warning. So far, I haven't had that problem. I've had a couple of people troll me on some of my videos and in my comments, but as far as my live streams, they haven't trolled me that I can tell. So, I want to thank all of these people one more time for being here. Time's getting short. But I have something I want to do tonight. It's a little different than anything I've ever done. And I want you to listen to this. I've been told that I'm a pretty good storyteller. And I'd like to tell y'all a story. And it's a poem, but it comes from the 1950s. Back when I was a kid, I heard this, and it was something that I learned almost without even trying. So before I leave here tonight, I want to tell you a little story in the form of a poem. And I hope you like it. There's a message here, so please listen. I walked into a honky-tonk one day, way down in New Orleans, and above the bar hung an old guitar, like none I'd ever seen. Its neck was stretched with diamonds, and though the strings were old, like kings of sound, they wound around 6 keys of solid gold. A man stepped up beside me. His breath was strong with wine. He said, "You know, that guitar used to belong to a really close pal of mine. He used to play it right here. I forget the year. Around 45, I think. I could tell you quite a story, friend, if you'd care to buy me a drink. Well possessed by every weakness that makes a man a fool, I bought him a round and he drank it down, and he sat back on his stool. He said, yeah, it was 45 all right. He had just returned from the Great War. That was where he lost his sight. His buddies gave him that old guitar. At the time, it was simple and plain. He added the gold and the diamonds as he played his way to fame. He was doing a show in Shreveport, and he received a call to come and appear on the Grand Ole Opry, the greatest show of all. I was driving him to Nashville. It was cold and misting rain. The signals flashed, the whistles screamed, but I swear, mister, I never saw that train. I heard the doctors tell him, just after he had used his knife, "You're lucky, son. It was just your arm. It could have been your life." Well, he died that night. Life demanded more than he could give. I think he could have made it, friends, but he lost his will to live. Earth's loss is heaven's gain, and today he's still a star. He plays with a band of angels. That's my son's golden guitar. People, I want to thank you for listening to me. I wanted to bring you that. That's always been near and dear and close to my heart, and it almost brings a tear to my eye. But I wanted to do my full hour. I've still got a couple of minutes left, so I'm going to holler at you. High Stake 59, Ashley, NRA USA, good to see you. And what Fred Knott said, whatever it was, I agree. And P. Hafner said, wow, Bobby, thank you so much. But that's one of the things I do. I like to do recitations, and I have a lot of them. I didn't really mean to bring that to you tonight, but I saw I had time left on my stream, and I was looking for something to do. So I hope that y'all like that just a little bit. And that shows you where my heart is. People, we are the American patriots, and in order to be an American patriot, you have to believe in a few certain things, and that is the Constitution of this country. Our God, who is supreme and rules this country. And we have to believe in our people. We have to believe in each other. We have to be able to look at our friends and know that they have our back. Dangerous freedom. Ashley, the great storyteller, she called me. Thank you so much. And yeah, hit that like button. If you haven't hit it yet, hit the like button, hit the bell icon. You'll know when I go live. And I'm going to tell you, people, I'm here 3 times a week. I'm here on Sunday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I get bored a lot of times through the week, and I'll be here on video sometimes through the week. So as we wind down at 8:58, I'm going to get out of here. Ron, Dangerous Freedom, thank you so much, my brother. Jervis, DM, Becky Taylor, Rena Thomas, Spirit Talker, Conservative Patriots, Kay Lee, May Official, thank you so much. Patty, P. Hefner, Jervis, Skillman, you're all great people. The Great Dirtbag. We can never forget the Great Dirtbag. And Debbie C. says she'd be here. I haven't seen her. But if you haven't seen Debbie C., you need to check her out. She has a good grow channel, and she'll help you grow. So check out Debbie C. Philip Turner, DJ T, 2Q, Kajita Golden, Fred Knott, Jerry Coate, all of you. I am so grateful for you being here. Without you, I would be spitting in the wind. So I hope that maybe I brought you a little information tonight, and maybe I entertained you just a little bit. People, I'm Deplorable Bobby. This is the way I see it. And people, I love you. God bless you. And as I do in my last several live streams, I'd like to say a short prayer. Lord God, Heavenly Father, we want to thank you tonight, Lord, for the opportunity to come and to put our views out there, Lord, and to call your heavenly name in public. Lord, we're proud to say the name of God. And we're proud to call the name of Jesus, your Son, who died on Calvary for our sins. Lord, we're grateful to you. We're grateful to these patriots, Lord, who believe in you and worship the blood of your Son, Jesus Christ. I want to thank you, Lord, for people like the American Joe Show. He has a fantastic show, and he talks about our Lord, and he talks about you. Lord Jesus, I ask you tonight, sitting at the right hand of the Father, whisper in his ear and tell the Lord God that we love him and we need him here in America. We need him here today, and we need him here tomorrow. Lord Jesus, in your name, I say these words. Amen. Everybody, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for showing up. It's 9 p.m. straight up. I try to be punctual. I learned that in the military. So I will see you Wednesday night at 8 p.m., if not before. I love you, each and every one of you. Thank you for coming. And join me on Wednesday night. I'll be back, and we'll have more information. God bless and God's love to each and every one of you. Check out each other's channels. Make sure you don't leave anybody behind. My name's Deplorable Bobby, and I'm going to get out of here and let somebody else come on. By the way, before I go, forbidden information. Michelle will be going live at 10 p.m. Make sure you stay up and watch her. Jervis, DJT, DM, Shonda Graphics, Skillman, Linda Carter, Philip Turner, Forbidden Information, Becky Taylor, Steak 59, Dangerous Freedom, all of you. I love you, and I'll see you next time. God bless all of you. I'm out of here.